all the tools and supplies I used for this project, but you really can use any art supplies that you have around your house. Your planter was primed with Krylon Brown Camouflage. This is the only Krylon product that I really recommend. These are all the colors that I personally used, but succulents come in so many different colors. Tooth and Coats by the Duncan & Rhodes Painting Academy is my favorite brand of acrylic paint. Here are the greens I mixed up for my base coat of the fern and succulent. I'm painting the stem of the fern a darker green and then wet blending that out onto the leaves for some more detail. Wet blending basically means I have very little paint on my brush and a lot of water so that I can move it around on the surface easily. I'll come back to finish the details on these plants, but for now I'm going to work on the horse planter portion. I ripped off small pieces of a sea sponge and I'm going to use that to blot different colors of paint along the stone surface. This first one that I'm using is just a beige colored paint. Now I'm coming in with an orange terracotta color over the beige. Next I'm using a turquoise paint. You really can't mess this part up. I'm just alternating colors until I like the overall look. At the end, I'm coming in with a nice bronze over the top for a little bit of detail. You'll probably bump your sponge into the plants a bit, so I'm just painting back over with my base color, or you can choose to paint your plants at the end so you didn't have to go back over them like I did here before the final details. Now I'm adding some highlight detail to the end of these fiddleheads on my ferns with just a little bit of yellow mixed in. And then again, adding a darker green to the stems and blending that out toward the leaves. I'm also adding some of that lime green, yellow highlight detail to the edges of the fern leaves. Now I'm going to go in with some pan pastel detail. I love using these e.l.f. eye blending brushes for my pastel application, as well as a Q-tip for some of the finer detail. Following my reference, I'm going to put some magenta on the tips of these succulent leaves. Here I'm adding some yellow to the bottom portion of the succulent. I really love this pearlescent green pan pastel. I kind of use this all over the succulent. It kind of adds that translucent effect to it. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and now I'm going to take it outdoors to go seal it with Mr. Super Clear Matte Spray. And here it is on display in my new tack room. Thank you so much for watching this video and adding my props to your barn.